boxes. You're crazy! This is episode number 2. Yeah, episode number 2. I hope I've explained what I'm doing in this video in enough detail to where you won't have to see me sitting right here explaining everything along the way. Alright guys, so our plan for today is to see if we can start taking the top off. I'm going to get the radiator out, disconnect this inlet hose, start taking these cam covers off, take the split fire coil packs out. So we'll start getting our way down to the timing and to the cams as well. So I've actually been like itching all day to like get home from work. Like, oh my god, yesterday I worked too long to record anything, so I was like, god damn it. But like now I'm home, so I've got a couple of hours to do some stuff. So the radiator, this should be empty. Should be. We'll disconnect the return overflow line, get that out of the way. So we'll take them out, take these supports out, see they're not there for now. We'll chuck our nuts back on so that we know that that's where they're from. Easy with the coyote, easy. Dropping something. Alrighty, get the fuck off. Alright, there we go. So that's still got a bit of juice in there. But that is one Koyo red. Take him off. Get off, you bastard. Bastard child. Alright, and we'll chuck him back on over here. So those screws there, they run along each side of each cam cover, so there will be some down there that we need to get, I think that's one right there actually, yep, hello. So we need to get access to him, so we'll take that cover off. Am I going to have enough room? Yes, yes I will. So that's all I wanted to do, I just wanted to shift it over so that I can get Mr. Phillip down in there. Pop him out the way, get the screwdriver onto it. And he's got a... Yeah, I'll move the camera for you guys. So instead of unscrewing each individual, per coil packet's got 2 of these. One there, one diagonal. They actually sit on like a... it's like a rail kind of thing, or bracket. So we'll just take those brackets out and then take... I'm pretty sure they come out 3... There's 2 brackets, 3 and 3, I think. So that's what we're after. I'm actually like so pumped to get this running, like it's, oh my god, oh my god. One at the front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all along. Typical Nissan missing parts as usual. Alrighty, so we'll take these both out. They are separate but they're connected with the harness, so I'm just going to take them both out at the same time. So there we have it. That's the split fire coil packs, and that's the brackets that I was talking about. So I actually found when I bought my R32 GTR, I found that I had a problem with some ignition or something. I couldn't figure out what it was, so I took it to an ignition specialist, and he ended up finding out that coil packs were the problem. So when I went to buy them, I was told him that I was looking to get split fires, and he actually said that the originals, OEM from Nissan, are better quality than these, apparently. But these have already got them, so we're going to stick with these. Chuck them to the side and continue on. Okay, so what we've accomplished so far, so the radiator is out. That's the rubber grooves just down there. There's one there and one there. And they just sit, this is the bottom of the radiator, so they sit in there and there, one on each side. So the radiator is out. The split fire coil packs are out. So these are the obviously the spark plugs. So it's a bit dirty in there, but it didn't have a cam cover over it. Apparently it's better to leave your your coil pack cover, the one that runs along the top, the one that's missing. Apparently it's better to leave it off. I've heard little fairies tell me that a lot of heat will get built up in here. There's not really anywhere for it to vent to, which is understandable. That makes sense. So if you missed last episode, excuse me, we took I drained the coolant. I said I was going to drain the oil, but I had a stubborn bolt in there and the car wasn't jacked up, so I'm going to get to that one in this episode. And then we took the exhaust off, turbo and everything else on this side. If you are working on your own RV, they all have these little rubber sort of, I guess you could say, washers, just to take up the extra space. So when you take these off, make sure that you get the rubber washer with it, because I find often when I take the cam cover off, they get dropped and you just start losing them. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't have them all on there. Yeah, so back to that coil pack thing. If anyone actually knows whether OEM is better, leave it down in the comment section, because I'd be very curious to know if that is the case or not. I wasn't lying. I was not lying when I told you that I wouldn't be surprised if we were missing one. Alright, so now with all of those out, it doesn't look like there's anything else connecting to these, and I wouldn't imagine that there would be. So now it should just be a matter of give it a bit of a wiggle, and there we have it. So that is your exhaust side, obviously, exhaust pipe. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Might paint them, I might put that wrinkle stuff on it, I don't know, let's just get some prices and see how much things are going to cost. So. Alright. Alrighty, so that is inlet cam cover. See underneath, nothing too exciting. Alright, so these are the cams. So obviously exhaust cams, inlet cams. Now if you'll notice on each it says E1, E2, obviously that will be E3, E4, E5 and so on all the way to E7. So the E stands for exhaust, and then they're numbered front to back from 1 to 7. That's just so you know which one they go in which way, and then corresponding on the other side, and you read them from the same way. I don't know whether you can see that very well. That's I1, I2, all the way down to I7, I think. Yep. In fact, I don't know what the actual name is. For some reason I'm getting the word baffle. I don't know if that's what they are. But basically it just stops the whole pile of oil squirting up inside here, so it would go in there, I would imagine. So 1 and 2, that would, because that's the front, and then that's got a shield there. So I don't know why it doesn't have it over number 1. I wouldn't be too sure on that one. So that's as far as we can get with those. They're going to stay like that for a little while. We just got some other things to do before we can start taking these out. We need to get our timing all sorted. So all this front stuff's going to have to come off. So we're gonna get into that right now. The fuck? I don't know if any of you can see that, but what the fuck is a Mitsubishi symbol doing on an RB? Alright, so now we're gonna mark this unit. This is, I'm pretty sure that this is a factory. It's like a cam angle. I'm not sure if this is the cam angle sensor or if it's something that will change the angle of the cams. You know how you can get adjustable cam gears? I'm not sure if this is like a factory kind of dealio with that. But anyway, it's been marked before, so we're just going to mark it just to make sure that it goes back on in the same spot. So that just tells us the position to put it in next time we come back to doing that. Alright, so now we're going to take off, there's 2 bolts down here that hold one bracket on, and then another single bolt down here, and they're the brackets that just hold this hard line coolant, hard coolant line, hard line, all lines, all kinds again. Alright, so 2 more. So we move. So we'll go ahead and move him. Is he going to come off? That doesn't look very good. That doesn't look very good. Oh my gosh. Shit. Well, this definitely isn't going back on the car. Alright. That's so hard. Right, so go ahead and take these plugs out. Before I go any further with that, I'm going to take this viscous fan off, get him out of the way. We've just got 4 10 mils. You could not wait to get off there. Nope. Alright, that's viscosity, viscous fan. Right, so that's a viscous fan. I will note that usually on these you'll get cracks. There's one right here. See that? There's one right there. That's the only one I've got on this one. So this has probably been replaced at some point, because usually these get a lot of cracks around there. Alright. So that's it. That's it there.
Nasty.
What's nasty?
Nasty.
What, the oil?
No, work on it.
Oh. So we'll take this bit of inlet.
What?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the camera. Oh my god. Sorry. It wants the twist action. Twist me. Not. Hey-ho. That plenum. Look at that. Look at it. Alright, so now we're going to loosen the alternator belt. So to do that, it's got a lock here, a locking bolt, which locks the tension. I think that's what it does. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Oh no. This bolt locks the bracket on, and this bolt here locks your tension. So as we see if you can see me pulling on this belt right now. We can then take our plate off. That was, if you don't remember, the plate. That it goes on here with a viscous fan, connects the alternator to the harmonic balancer down the bottom. There's one bolt that runs from here all the way through the back. It's connected onto a bracket, so in order for it to pivot we need to loosen it. So now it moves. Alrighty. Now we've got our belt off. If you've been struggling to see, so this was the one that sets the distance. This one here, behind it we've got a nut that locks it in place. The same principle applies down here, so that's the nut down there that sets the tension on the belt, and then that one right there is the one that locks it off as well. And then in order for this power steering pump to pivot, this bolt needs to come off because it runs through a bracket all the way through there. And that pivots, and you can see that, that's where it pivots on. So we can't actually get the belt off just yet, because we've got some hard lines in the way. It makes it a bit difficult to get it off. So that is our intercooler parking, and the inside there, hello. I actually think those actually I'm not sure what they are. That just must be the entry for the runners. It's just a bit sticky. So there we go. Alright, so from here we can see our two gears, we can see our timing belt. This being the timing belt, inlet cam gear, exhaust cam gear. This is the bracket that unit that we showed prior mounts up to. That one right there, so that's where that goes in here. This is the water pump, and down in there we can see they are called idle tensioners or idle pulleys, either way. Our harmonic balancer down here. If we delve into the depths, oops, not zooming in, sorry. If we delve into the depths, that is the big bolt that we're going to need a big breaker bar to get out. That's the bolt that that connects all this and keeps it in time. So in order to get the head off, this all needs to be loosened. In order to get the head off, this belt needs to be loosened. In order to loosen the belt, we need to get it down to these idlers. In order to get to the idlers, we need to take this off because this cover covers the front, so we can't pull it off. So that's kind of where we're at now. So we'll see if we can whip out the... I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or if my dad's going to come down and give it a belt. I might do it. I think I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Alright. So to get the harmonic balancer off, we've got a 30mm socket, and we're going to use this down here. So basically what this does, it's a bar, so you put your socket at the end of there, you put the socket in, you get it on the right angle, so you've got some leverage, you get the hammer, and you'll smack the shit out of it until it comes off. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll belt the shit out of it. We've set it up so we've got it down in the socket. We've got a bend coming out here. So we've got good leverage so that when I get the hammer, I can whack the shit out of it. And all the force is going to go down. Act as a turning force. So you'll notice that when I give it a smack, everything turns over. That's because everything's in time. Oh no, whackers! Plenty of room! Alright, so we're giving up with that idea. And we're going to use an air gun. It's probably going to come off straight away. But that is a way that you can do it, because we did use this method on my other series when we did the GTST. Yes, very nice. Got him! Yeah! Look at me, I am fucking mechanic. Yes, very nice. Very, very nice. Very sexual. Yes. So that's out into the black hole. Pulley Puller. Pulley Puller. I need that Pulley Puller. Okay, so now what we're going to do to get this pulley off is we're going to use what's called a pulley puller. Pulley puller. So we're going to put this back in here. I'm going to do it a couple of threads. It wants to thread in, which it does not. That's why I didn't want to thread in. So we'll wind him in a couple, and then we'll get this contraption. So one of these goes in here, the other one opposite side. Then we wind this in, and this tip pushes on the top of the head of the bolt, and it will grip against this and slowly and evenly pull out the pulley. So I'm going to set this up. Alright, so the pulley puller is put on. So we've got these two bolts connected. So the pulley has an actual thread that these bolts go into. All pulleys have them. And we've got our crankshaft bolt down the bottom. That's a couple of threads in. And this is all tightened up. So now all we've got to do is wind it in, which will consequently pull the pulley back towards us. So you should be able to start to see this coming forward now. There we go. There we go. So that is how you take the pulley out. So that's those grooves that I was telling you about, and that's the back of the pulley. Alright, so now we're going to take this cover off. So that's covered there, sits like that. So we have the bolt here, one down the bottom, and then one to the side. Alright, so this is what it looks like with everything off the front. So we've got our cam gears up top, belt, they go down to the balancers. One, I don't know if you can see that, that's spring loaded in there. It's getting a bit dark where I am. I've just about done it for the day. And we've had the keeper fall out, which is down here. So this is it's not a keeper. It's like I'm not sure what name that these things have, but just down, I don't know whether you guys will be able to see that, but there should be a groove on the end of that. So that's what these sit in, and that's what locks this in place with that harmonic balancer, which I'm going to have to put back together. Yeah, it's looking good, man. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely falling in love with this car. I've also got a surprise. I've got a surprise for you guys, which you'll see soon. Please like if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment any questions you might have. You can PM me through YouTube. You can also PM me through Facebook. You can find the link for that in the video description, and you can also find a link at the end of this video. Lastly guys, if you want to stay up to date with all my content on the build, please subscribe. Just click that red button, you know, just go ahead and give it a bit of a ass clicker. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, we will see you on the next one.